this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So if you saw my recent videos where we made, first of all, we made these gorgeous little, you know, just monotone kind of little tags. And then we did another one where we made these ones with the gorgeous coloured, you know, oval pieces on them. Really had a lot of fun. I thought they were just, you know, so gorgeous and so fun to make that I thought we could come along and make a few more, but using some coloured backgrounds. So just to kind of show you or give you some ideas really, and you know, hopefully some inspiration or something along the way, that, you know, you don't just have to use kind of neutral backgrounds, you can use kind of coloured ones as well. So I've got here some of my food coloured papers, and I thought we'll just cut out a couple of tag shapes from those. So these are just, you know, from my scrap bin. So I'm just going to cut out something vaguely resembling a tag from this one, and then we will do, probably can get two or three maybe out of here. No, just two. So again, just cut a tag from here. Might even be disciplined and bin that little scrap. And I'll just see if I've got another coloured piece as well. If not, I've obviously got some more under my desk, but I just thought it would be really great to be able to just use scraps really, because of course that's the name of the game, isn't it? Clearing all of our little scraps and pieces. So no, I can't see any coloured pieces of scraps there, so hold on. Okay, so I've got this one now. So I've got the pink, I've got this kind of minty green, and then this beautiful sort of pale blue. It's not a duck egg blue, I don't really know, maybe it's an aqua, something like that, but it's quite a pale blue. And when I say pale, really kind of translating that into, it's quite bright. This has actually got quite a bright sort of, not white effect, but you know, it's a brighter colour. So therefore to me it feels quite a tricky one to make it look quite vintage. So, you know, we'll see how we get on. Maybe I will fail miserably and won't be able to actually get it to look vintage at all, but hopefully we will. I'm just going to trim that down. Okay, and obviously I'm going to tidy these up and make them look more tag shaped once we get going. Okay, so the first one, this pink, this is actually quite, you know, thickish card. So I'm just going to back this onto just some paper, which I've got a printed piece on the back, just so it's a little bit sort of more tag-like. And then the others are actually only on paper, so therefore I will actually back them onto card. I know I talked about this before, but you know, depending on how I'm using it, if the paper's thinner that the tag front is going to be, then I obviously back it onto card. If the paper's thicker, i.e. the front of the tag like this, oh, I've actually done that the wrong way round. I would have preferred the other side, but never mind. We'll just go with the flow now. Then obviously I then back it onto paper rather than card. Okay, so spread that. Again, just turn that round, spread it on the back too. Okay. Now, I mean, I always just then trim in slightly, like just a millimetre or so, because that way, you know, you hopefully then do get the glue where you've glued it, because the chances are your glue's not really gone right to the very edge. So by just cutting in, you know, just a little fraction, you're hopefully then going to actually, you know, catch it kind of at the edge. And then I'm just going to make it sort of tag shaped. I think this is a bit wide actually compared to the other tags that we made, but never mind. Okay. So that's our first tag. I'm going to trim this down slightly because I think it actually is quite ginormous compared to the other tags that we made, to be honest. Don't know why that would be, but for some reason it just looks quite large in comparison. So I might just trim it down slightly more at the bottom as well. Okay. And then I'm just going to grab some coffee dyed card now to back these ones onto, because they are just flimsy paper. So let's just grab in some card. Just trying to get some that's the right thickness, because I've got my card now under my desk, which is awesome. So and not all of it, I've got some other card over the other side of the rim, but I do have some now right here, which is just fantastic, because it's all about, you know, making life easy for ourselves, isn't it? So when it was obviously over the other side of the rim, I was constantly having to stop and start videos every time that I needed a piece of paper. So since my Tidy Fridays, I've been trying to really think out my organisation a bit better and what's going to work best, you know, for like my uses. You know, I'm not kind of saying that my way is the only way, but, you know, obviously for my purposes, you know, it has to be quite accessible for when I'm doing videos and things, to cut down on the amount of times I have to stop and start and things like that. So yeah, definitely for me it's quite, you know, well, really handy to have it all sat there just under my desk, really, really accessible. So just going around here. Okay, and plenty of glue in the middle. Oh, I had such a nice time doing those tags. I just really, really enjoyed them. So yeah, I wanted to come along and do some more, because I just thought they were such a lovely, relaxing thing to do. You know, and they all looked quite different. So yeah, I hope that you guys liked them and sort of found them really nice to do as well, and it wasn't just me. But yeah. And of course, it's always lovely to do something that's going to use up some of our scraps, isn't it? So it was a, you know, double kind of bonus, wasn't it? Because not only were they really super fun to make, but also did use up a fair amount of, well, not really a fair amount, because, you know, let's face it, to anyone looking in, it would look like I hadn't touched any of the scraps whatsoever, because everything's just as full as ever. But I felt like it had used up a few scraps. Okay, that's that one, and then we just pop this one here. Okay, oops, just get rid of that thread that seemed to be in there. Oops. Okay. Okie dokie. Let me just pop that one down like that. Okay, right. Spread the glue. Like that. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to trim these out into hopefully something resembling tag shapes. I mean, again, we're not making huge tags here, you know, we're trying to make smallish ones, so let's try and keep them small-ish. Okay, not very straight down that side at all. Okay, hideous cutting, my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to just trim this one down. I mean, hopefully you can kind of see now a little bit. I mean, this blue, it's really got quite a stark sort of almost bright, you know, freshly washed white look about it. I mean, it's almost like brighter than white, if you see what I mean. So this might be quite a hard one to actually work with and make it look quite vintage. But we'll see, you know, we'll see what we can do and see what we can come up with. All right, let's get rid of this into my scraps box now. And we'll just trim this one down. I mean, as I said before in the previous videos, you know, absolutely no rules on this. You know, the tags are not identical sizes. That's fine. You know, I mean, of course you could use a template to make your tags. But personally, you know, I just think it doesn't matter, you know, if the tags are not identical sizes. In fact, sometimes that's more fun to have random sizes. So yeah, kind of just have fun and please, you know, please yourself. Kind of, you know, make them all different shapes and sizes. Well, I guess not really many different shapes, but all different sizes anyway. Okay. And this one. For some reason, these are, yeah, definitely a lot bigger than the previous lot that I did. And I have no idea why that is. I must have kind of, must have had bigger scraps today. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to kind of make this slightly smaller. Just glancing, you know, glancing over at the other ones that we did. And I thought, oh, these are like massive. Massive in compared to, you know, those. And I thought these were quite small. So, wow, I must have been having a really kind of like delicate day or something to have made quite small tags. Because, I mean, me and delicate don't normally really go together. And, yeah, don't very often make delicate things. So, that's very strange. Very, very strange. Right. So I'm going to line our tags up. And, I mean, here, you can see that's not obviously glued. I've probably chopped off the end that was glued. I can just run some more glue down there like that. And, you know, I will probably stitch around these anyway. So it's, you know, absolutely fine. But you can always go in and just touch up little, you know, little bits if you've got pieces just left hanging out. Now I'm going to do exactly the same concept that we did with the others, which I used the oval kind of shapes to make the, you know, the feature focal point. So I've got here some of that lovely Victorian advertising book, and this obviously is just like a scrap. So I'm going to punch out that, oops, which I can use on one of the tags. And then the others I thought I can use from down here, because I'm hoping that these are going to just make perfect size, you know, oval pieces. I don't know, because obviously I can't get in with my oval to see if they're the right size, but I'm hoping they will be. I think probably what's going to happen is I'm not going to be able to get all of them. So I'm probably going to have to do like every other one, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to just trim this off here like that and just see. Right, so I'm going to have this, the dress form, and then do you see I'm not going to be able to get another oval from this because obviously I'm now too far over, if that makes sense. So all I'm going to do is just, oops, cut into her and go along and get this lady like that. And then I might be able to get him, but to be honest, do I like him better or do I like the dress form? I think I probably prefer the dress. So I'm just going to cut him and go for the dress instead. Okay. Right, how many did I do? Did I do 4 or 5? Just the 4. Okay, so I need one more now. Just one more for our other tag. So I could use this, but let's just see. Oops, let me go in the other way. Oh. This is throwing me now because I can't really see properly when it's upside down. So let me just... I'm not sure whether I like that image that much, to be honest. Well, I don't know. It feels to me a bit like it should be a new baby journal, which, you know, that's not really what I was wanting, but never mind. Okay, I'm going to keep this because, you know, I may like to use her somewhere else. So all I want to do is build up my backgrounds just exactly kind of as we did with the other tags. So let's see what I've got laying about on my desk, because again, you know, it's just great to be able to use things that we've already got laying around. So So this goes quite nicely with the blue. Now the thing is with the blue, you see, that does feel a bit like a new baby, doesn't it? New baby, you know, like card or something like that. So I don't necessarily want to do that. I'm just going to tear that down. Okay. So what I did with the other ones, I did some stamping in the background, and I think I want to do that again. And again, I think what I'm going to do is try and emphasize the blue and bring the blue out. So let me just have a look. I've been playing around a lot with using some of my coloured, you know, inks lately, and I'm really, really enjoying doing that. So just going to bring in, excuse me, my book pages here to stamp stamps off before I stamp them onto my piece. So let's have a look and see what I've got here. I have got this lovely new stamp. I don't think that's going to be quite right. No, I don't think I want to use that one. But I've also got this new one with this kind of film strip type effect. So maybe I might like to use that. Let's have a look. Okay, let's try this and see. You know, it might look rubbish, it might look okay. So I'm going to try and stamp it with the Distress ink. I don't very often stamp with the Distress inks, but let's have a look. And I just went really at the top. So just press that down. Ah, so that looks really pretty actually. I love that blue on there. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I just go around again, and I'm just going to again stamp it off onto the book page. Because it's a new stamp, it's quite, you know, juicy and sucking up a lot of the ink, so it's good to stamp it off a couple of times. Okay, okie dokie, and then I'm just going to stamp that directly onto the tag. Don't want to kind of be, you know, worrying about it too much, just anywhere is fine. Because all I'm effectively wanting to do is just have some background rather than that plain paper. So that looks really pretty, doesn't it now? And obviously we're going to have this all in here. So, you know, we just wanted to kind of break up the blank background, I guess. So I'm just going to bring in my ink pad. Now I've got my vintage photo here on this sponge, and I've got this sponge with the blue. So I'm going to ink up first with the vintage photo, I think. Yeah, I think with the vintage photo. So let's just put that on there. I'll just get the vintage photo. Just go all the way around. And I'm going over the actual, you know, centre of the tag as well a bit. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then we've got obviously this that we're going to put on here. So I'm going to go round here, I think, with the blue. And I mean, I'm just grabbing things off my desk. I mean, obviously, as you know, I have a lot of things to grab on my desk, so I'm quite lucky like that. But, you know, just so you can grab anything that you fancy or that you think might work. And I just want to go around the edge here with a bit of the blue. Now my only concern is that this is going to begin to look very, very yellow on here. And it does look quite yellow, but, you know, not necessarily in a horrible way. So now, do I want to ink this in blue or in... Oh, let me see if I've got some of that book page here, that I can just see how it looks in the blue. It looks quite nice actually. So again, just ink around there. Okay. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I quite like that. So let me see if I've got any other, you know, something else to put in the background. I've got this gorgeous blue, but that might be just a bit too blue. Let's have a look. Tear that down a bit. Well, it's quite nice, isn't it? You know, it's quite nice to have something really bright and really vibrant on there. So I'm going to just glue that one down. Oops. I'm actually now thinking I wish I hadn't used that faded jeans, because I've actually got some, I think it's called Blueprint Sketch, that's quite a vibrant blue, and I think that would have been nicer, you know, really striking and really pretty. So yeah, I'm kind of wishing that I had used that. Let me just get it down. Haven't used it for a while, so whether or not I can find it. Here it is. Isn't that just the most gorgeous colour? I just absolutely love, 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 love that colour. Okay. So what I'm thinking is go round the edge even more. But with this one, yeah, I mean, that's such a gorgeous colour, isn't it? Just so pretty. So I'm going to go around there with this as well. Oh, it's such a yummy colour, isn't it? Yeah, definitely, definitely love that colour. So I'm just going to pop this one down. Okay. Like that. And what I'm actually thinking is, I think this needs a bit of vintage kind of text on here. So I've got some vintage document here. And I'm just going to tear a little piece off, I think. I mean, that's covering up that complete thing. But that doesn't matter, I don't mind. I don't mind that I've just wasted my time sticking that down. It's fine. Just, I think that looks, you know, really good on there, to be honest. Now, again, do I want to actually ink that up in blue? Let's just have a look. Let's just ink it up. Okay. It looked very dull with this one. You know, and I didn't necessarily want it looking as dull as that, so I think this is nice. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to just glue this down. Wow, this tag will have so many layers, it's going to be like thick as, you know, thick as a board. It'll be like, you know, one of those things that you know, a wooden chopping block thing, couldn't think of the word. Be like that, wooden chopping block. Right, and actually I've got this blue number, which that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to, I think, do that. Okay, and then this one. Okay, I'll just pop her down there like that. I'm just wondering whether she needs, excuse me, whether she needs a flower, like a kind of brightish flower beside her. It's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, I'm inking that up in blue now. Yeah, okay, going to put those there, I think. Okay, so that's that one. And do we want anything else? I'm thinking something in that gorgeous green would have looked quite good, but not this because it's massive. But see whether I've got a tiny one. Not that I can see. I think I used my tiny one that I had in an earlier video, weirdly enough. I have got a couple of numbers, just my die cut numbers. Oh no, I don't like that, I don't think. No. Definitely don't like those. Wondering whether we could have some sort of stamped piece. Perhaps we could just have a, let's have a look, what could we have? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of regretting, obviously, because I did that main stamp in the faded jeans, and of course now I wish that I had done it in this blueprint sketch. It would have looked a lot better, but it didn't occur to me until just now, so you know, that's just how it goes, isn't it? Let's just have that there. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, I might just have to stamp something else in that background because I would like to get rid of, I think, some of that other colour blue. I wonder if I can go over it with the script, or whether it's just going to look awful now. I'm just going to ruin this completely. Possibly. Okay, let's have a look. Sit there. Yeah, I think that looks better. Right, I'm going to put that to one side and we're going to obviously stitch around it. So this one, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to use the blueprint sketch straight away because I absolutely love it. I don't think I was overly happy with the background stamp that I chose either, to be perfectly honest. I think it wasn't really the right, you know, the right background. So again, I'm just having a quick look through, seeing what other background stamps I have here. I have got this one, which I don't know how this is going to come out, but okay, let's try this. Obviously this one used to be on a block and I took it off because it was hanging off. I only found it the other day. I'd obviously had it for years and then it was just buried. It's quite a pretty black background stamp, isn't it? So yeah, quite like it. Okay, right. So on this one, let's again just use some of this because then let's get this out of my scrap box. Yeah, I mean, straight away, I'm much preferring this whole tag. It's just so much nicer, so much better. Yeah, just that faded jeans. I mean, I like that colour on some things, but for this particular tag, it wasn't right. Just was not right at all. Okay, let's pop this one down. Okay. again, should we have some of that vintage document on here? And then, should we have another dress form? I know that's a bit boring, but yeah, I'm going to put it like that, I think. I'm not going to ink this one up this time. I'm just going to glue this down. Like that. And we're going to have the dress form just on there like that. Okay. Okay, so really pretty, isn't it? And I mean, that one just came together instantly because I was using the right ink, you know. The other one I just, yeah, just did not feel happy at all. And it really just boiled down to, you know, I didn't like the ink and I wasn't happy with the ink colour. So we'll just then ink around it with the vintage photo first. And then I'm going to go around and obviously highlight the edges with the blueprint sketch. Okay, and a bit down there. Okay, so I mean, I straight away just love that. The other one just, yeah, I really wasn't happy at all. And yet, you know, I tried and put more and more things on, but it just wasn't coming together, you know, quite how I wanted it to come together. So it goes to show, doesn't it, that sometimes, you know, you can try and then if you're not using the right thing or what you deem to be the thing that you've got in mind, it's just not going to work, is it? No matter how many extra things that you pile on there, it's just not going to come together as you want. So again, here I've got that pine needles, which I know that I've used this in a video, I think, recently. So what should we put on the back as a background stamp? Should we have, let's just have a postcard on the back, I think. So yeah, I'm going to just do the green ones. Again, just going to stamp this off. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, and we're just going to stamp this off here. One. Honestly, I've had this stamp for years and years, but I know I've said it loads of times. I mean, I just think if you find a stamp that you love, the chances are you're going to just love it probably forever. You know, a good stamp is a good stamp. And yeah, I just never get fed up with, you know, my favourite stamps. I just love them kind of forever. Okay, right, I'm going to change my sponge because I'm trying to be good with doing that for the green one. Right, so I can probably have her, I think, on one. Just going to check whether I can do another. I wonder if I can do this man. Let's have a look. Just going to go in slightly closer. Okay. Oops. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like it should be a man on here really rather than the woman, but yeah, he looks better. Right. Well, I've got him, but I don't think he's going to be. I wonder if I could do a circle, because the circle's slightly bigger, whether he would be. Yeah, let's just go down. Okay, so we've got an oval one and a circle now. And I might have this as some background, I think. Okay, just to tear this down. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Just even as it is, it just looks lovely, doesn't it? And then just going to check. Again, I don't want this to look kind of drab because I've got that gorgeous vibrant colour. I want to kind of stick with that colour. So just again, rummaging through my scrap bin, or not scrap bin, but scrap lid, seeing whether I've got anything ideal. I mean, I have got some just sheet music. I wonder if we could use that. It's not quite right, is it? No, it's not quite right. Got some doily here, so maybe the addition of a bit of doily might just change it. Yeah, that works okay, doesn't it now? So let's just chop that down. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on. Honestly, I need to make a decision because otherwise we're just going to be here all day. Looking at the time and it's, oh my gosh, oh no, 34 minutes. For a minute I thought it said 44 minutes and I thought, oh my goodness, I really need to get a move on. I thought these would be really fun, you know, in the coloured backgrounds, but actually they're proving quite difficult, to be honest. Well, I think mainly because of the, you know, because of using that wrong colour ink at first. It just threw me completely. And I just couldn't get past that for some reason. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. So he's going to go on there. And then this one, I'm going to have like that. I mean, to be honest, he barely needs anything else. I think he just looks great on there just as he is. Just see. Oops. Oh, well, we'll have a bit of doily because, you know, everything's better with doily, isn't it? This that way, and then hopefully when we stick him down it's going to be kind of whoa. Yeah, okay, right. Now I'm wondering, do I want to actually ink these in blue, or shall I be daring and ink them in a different colour? Not blue, sorry, green. Honestly, just talking rubbish today now. Absolute rubbish. Well, I'm loving how that looks. That looks gorgeous, just exactly as it is, doesn't it? So yeah, let's just ink around him. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I was going to ink these in green, but actually, to be honest, I think they just look scrumptious in just the vintage photo, to be fair. So I'm going to just go for that. Again, just ink him up. Don't they just look lovely? They're such nice coloured tags, aren't they? Yeah, I really, really like those. Okay, so then we've got the final one, which was the pinky colour. Oops, I didn't glue him on, look. So busy talking. About to put them down, and I thought, oh, I have not actually glued them down. Okay. That one. And then this one. Okie dokie, so I'm going to just pop those down to one side. I hate that first tag. I've just glanced at it on the floor. I just don't like it at all. It just is not working for me at all. So yeah, I'm going to, I think, do something different with that because I really just don't like looking at it or anything. Yeah, it just caught my eye and I just thought, oh, what have I done? That just looks horrible. And if you don't like it when you make it, the chances are you're not going to suddenly grow to love it, are you? So yeah, you're better off kind of trying to change it whilst you can than just living with it and then never feeling quite happy with it. Okay, right, I've got some of that Victorian velvet. Let's just again just clear the page. Right, I'm going to be boring and just go for this postcard again because I want to now alter that blue tag, so I don't want to waste kind of lots of time. I need to just crack on, otherwise we're not going to have time to do that. Oh, that's not very dark, is it? It's so weird. I had this Victorian velvet before in Distress Ink. Well, I've still got some. And I reordered it and it's just pink now. I don't know why that would be. It's really strange. Really strange, because why would they have changed that? I don't think they would they? I've got here another one that I've bought recently is Rusty Hinge. Let's see how this one would look. Yeah, maybe that would be quite nice. Okay. Stamp that off. Quite nice, isn't it? And then just put my stamp in. I mean, unfortunately, I've not stamped to the top here, so I'm just going to go over like that. Okay. Right, let's put that to one side. Just dab that off. Okay. Okay, so this one here, I want to just have, well, either one of these ladies I think will be fine here. You know, she's really nice on there. Want something bigger on there. That's just kind of lost completely. Let's just have these sheet music. Okay. So actually, going to bring in that Victorian velvet, wherever it is now. Oh gosh, what have I done with it now? Okay. Because although it seemed very pale to stamp, maybe I would just quite like to ink around my lady with it. I mean, it's a super pretty colour. Just show you. Isn't that lovely? It's very pretty, isn't it? Yeah, very pretty. Okay, so let's decide. I'm really covered in ink, I'm afraid, because I've been playing a lot with my inks today, and yeah, I'm now covered in ink, so I do apologise for that. I am a messy crafter, you know, as if you didn't know that already, but some days I get more messy than others. Today is obviously one of those days. Okay. Let's now just pop this down here. Okay, definitely want some doily on this one. This is going to just look gorgeous. I love it already. It's just my type of thing, this one. Yeah, just my type of thing. I really, really like how it looks already. Okay. There we go. Pop the doily down. And we'll just pop her down. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to salvage that that blue tag, to be honest. I'm kind of thinking it's a bit of a struggle. Oops, now I've got blue on this doily. Don't know where that picked up from. Let me just try and tear that off. Okay, didn't want blue on there. Yeah, I'm going to just ink it a bit. Oh, she says, ink a bit. Look at how much I've inked. Okay, and I'm going to just see about inking just a little bit in the pink. Okay, so that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Now, how are we going to salvage that blue one? I can't bear looking at it. It's just, oh, I don't know why. Don't like it at all. At all, at all. Okay, do we have to peel all this stuff off? Maybe. Only because I'm going to end up with quite a lumpy bumpy tag. So, right, let's just get rid of the things that are quite thick. Well, that's not good, is it? Okay, right. Let's go again with this one. What are we going to put on here now? Oh, honestly, what a disaster. What a disaster. It just, you know, when something's not working, you just, you know, you've got to kind of get rid of it. Because otherwise, you know, every time you look at it, you're just going to think, oh no, I can't bear that tag. That's how I feel anyway. So, yeah, got to just redo it. Okay, I'm going to just have this down here. I'm not going to ink it. I'm just going to place it down. And this is that vintage document. Okay. Pop that down there. That lady, shall we have her on there now? I'm wondering if we put some doily on, will that kind of, you know, soften the blow? No, not soften the blow, but, you know, will that just kind of make that slightly better? I know this is going completely away from the oval thing completely, but I wonder if I prefer it like that. I think what's happened for me, I'm seeing a lot of that blue, which I'm not really keen on. I'm going to trim this down quite a bit to try and get rid of some of that blue, which I'm not so keen. Okay, oops, I need to just come in a bit more on this edge. Let's get rid of a bit there. And just there, like that. Going to come down a bit more at the bottom. Oh gosh. I'm just going to end up with no tag left. Okay, right. Smothered in that book page, isn't it? Not book page, the document. And that's huge on there now. Oh, this is just a how not to do. Okay, right. Let me get my blue pad again. Right, I'm just going to, oh, nearly dipped it in there. Don't want to do that. Okay, where's my blueprint sketch now? Put it back up the top. Right, okay. Let's go again, and fingers crossed that we are going to like this tag now. Okay, go around there like that. Okay. My gosh. I don't know, honestly, I don't know what happened to that tag, but you know, it just was, yeah, looking awful to me. And then when I glanced at it on the floor, I just couldn't stand the look of it. I just thought it looked so horrible. Oh, honestly, I don't know quite why, but it just was not looking how I wanted it to look. Right, that looks just 100% better already. I feel much, much happier with that. So let's get this down. Okay, and then I'm going to take my tags to the sewing machine and finish them off with the sewing machine. So that blue really gets everywhere, because if you can see, I've kind of now dabbed blue all over that doily. I should really wipe my hands a bit. Honestly, so inky. I've got in such a mess today. Such a mess. Right, just going to... Okay. Might have her down there because it just covers up that bit of doily. Oh my gosh, now look. This tag is just destined for disaster, isn't it? It's not good. Not good at all. Okay, right. Finally getting somewhere. I'm going to take these across to the sewing machine and then I will be back. Right then, I am back from the sewing machine. Let me just raise my tripod slightly. Okay, so I have brought along a bunch of things to use as, you know, tabs for my tags. So first of all, I've got these little ribbon things which I have been making. So I'm thinking one of these might be quite nice on one of these tags. Oops. What do you think? The brown or the green? I think the green, actually. So I'm just going to literally hot glue that on like that. And that just makes an awesome tab for the tag, doesn't it? Just looks really, really nice on there. Okay. And then I did think I might have put a word or something on there, and now I can't see where I put them because I dug out some black words. Here we go. Because I thought perhaps the black ones would look good, or a number. I might just put the number on there. So let's just quickly pop that on there. Okay. Well, now I've overcome the the issue that I had with that blue tag. I've had a really nice time making these tags. So yeah, just as enjoyable as when I made the others. So yeah, pleased to say that. Right, so that's the first one. Now the second one, as you can see, I already stitched on some trim here. So I just want to kind of finish it off. I'm not quite sure yet what with. I've got my bows here, so you know, we could have a bow. I know it's a picture of a man, so for me it feels a bit strange having a bow, but equally, you know, the bow looks quite nice on the tag. So it's kind of, do we go for a bow, or is that too, you know, too strange? Well, I don't mind the bow, to be honest. And the bow does look nice, doesn't it? So I'm just going to trim that little bit of sort of frayed stuff off of the bow. And we just pop that one down there. That looks really, really, really nice. I mean, that's all just, you know, completely the same colours, isn't it? So I just absolutely love it. Oops. There we go. And do we want a word there at all? I don't know whether we do, but let me just ink it up and see. I mean, yeah, I think it's fine with or without the word. We'll just add the word because I've dug them out now. So let's just add that. Okay. Like that. Put that one to one side. Now, this one, as you can see, this was that tag that I just absolutely hated. And I mean, literally, I couldn't bear looking at it. But it's hopefully transformed now. So obviously, as you can see, I've ruffled some of this gorgeous blue along the bottom, and wow, doesn't that just make such a change, and just transforms that tag from something I literally couldn't bear looking at to you know, really liking it now. So just wondering whether we'd like to have Chasing Rainbows on there. Let me just chop that down into like that. So we could have it like that. Now I'm not sure what to do, oops, for the tab on this one. So do we want to have something like some lace, you know, ivory lace? Let me just trim this down and see. Or, so if that was on there, it would be like that. I've also got these gorgeous little bows, which we could have on there. So that's quite pretty, isn't it? Or do we think that's a bit much? I've got a blue bow, not polka dot. Oh, perhaps that looks better. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just add those little words there. Oops. Okie dokie. So on there. And on there. I'm so pleased that I changed this tag. Honestly, it was spoiling my my whole experience. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? You know, when you're not really happy with something, I just felt really, ugh, I couldn't bear looking at it. I have no idea. I don't know why I took such a strong, such a strong, oh gosh, what's the word? Dislike to that particular tag, but I just, yeah, it was kind of like bothering me so much. Then I just thought, I can't leave it because it will be like a blot on the landscape, you know, forevermore in my mind. So yeah, had to get rid of it. So now I love this tag. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, don't ever live with things. If you're not happy when you make them, honestly, you just never be happy with them. So yeah, cover them up, get rid of them, change them to something that you do like. And I'm thinking we could have some bling down here. So let's just trim that down. Like that. Oops. Oh my gosh. Got like glue stuck all over me now. Okay. I can't believe this has transformed from that ugly tag that I just didn't like at all. So I think this is my favourite one. Certainly out of these 5 that I've made today, this is, I think, my favourite. So it was definitely worth going back to. Okay, so a bit of bling down there. Just finishes that off just gorgeous, doesn't it? Okay, so that's that one. And then we've got another blue one here. Again, don't know what to do on this one. Obviously, I haven't finished this off with that, you know, bright, vibrant blue. Now I have got this ribbon, which I had wondered about, but maybe that's a bit muted, a bit too muted and dull. Oh, no, definitely not that one. Definitely not that. Let's see if I've got any more. No, because these are all, you know, very green. Yeah, very green. I mean, unless I kind of tied it in with something blue. That's just a bit weird, isn't it? Well, unless... No. I mustn't muck about because this will go down the route of, you know, the hated tag if I don't be careful. So, yeah, must not do that. I'm wondering if we could have the camera, like, hanging off somewhere. Let's just have a look. So again, what if we had this, and then we could have the camera maybe hanging as well. That might be quite nice. So let's put the lace. I'll just trim that down. Oops, okay. So we just pop the lace down. Okay, and then here as well. Okay, there we go. Right, then I'm going to punch a hole and I'm going to have that hanging. I'm wondering if I'd like to have the little bow there, because I think that looks quite pretty. Or do we want to have like some lace at the bottom here? No, I don't like the lace. Don't want the lace. But I would like something else here. So just have a look. I wonder if I've got... Oh, I mean, this is where it all went wrong before when I added the blue number. No, I don't think it was the blue number that finished it off. I think there was... just didn't really like it generally. Let's have a look. Got a pale blue number, which that's kind of nice, isn't it? As a bit of a contrast. Okay. I'm going to have that like that, I think. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then, yeah, I like the bow, I think. It's pretty. Put the bow there. And then what I'm thinking is here is that we could just punch a hole into the tile. Like that. Okay, and then probably even just with a bulb pin, to be honest, but I was thinking we could have some of that ball chain. Let me just have a look. I've got my little box of metal type stuff here in my lap. Sorry, just getting some of the chain out. Okay. I wonder, do we need to do a hole in the tag? Probably do, really. So, yeah, back out with the crocodile. And we just do... Oops, need to be careful that I don't punch it through the top. There we go. Oops, dragging all sorts of stuff out of that drawer with the crocodile for some reason. Okay. Oops, just get that where it didn't quite cut through. Okay, and then that one. Right. So then I'm thinking, let's put an end on. Oh, come on. Let me just trim this down. So we don't want it too long. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, right. And then I'm just going to put... Oh, where's it gone? Where's it gone? There. Oh, I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this bit. Hold on. Right, okay. Oh, honestly, I do apologise for my filthy hands, honestly. I've been inking really a lot. So, yeah, I'm kind of covered. And it's only really when you kind of, you know, when I'm looking directly at them that I'm then horrified that I'm actually doing this as a video with such inked up fingers, but oh my gosh, I cannot get those through. Come on. No. Oh, this is super fiddly today. I mean, I find these always very fiddly, but today worse than others. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose it in a minute. All right, come through. Come through. Oh no, come on. No, 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 no. I might have to stop the video and do this like off video because This must be very tedious for you watching. Okay, right. Okay, just the other side to go now, so it's all good. I'm going to poke that through there. Oh, come on. Okay, and then, oops. Okay, right, that one's back to front now, so I just want to poke it through the other way. Okay, that's it, and then just, wow. Now for the other side. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, I do apologise for this. Yeah, I might just have to stop the video to do that. Oh, there we go. Suddenly it's worked. Okay, there we go. Right. So that's that tag. Okay, yay. We finally got there. Ah, honestly, sometimes these little chains are just way, way, way too fiddly. Even with my glasses on, I just couldn't see a thing. So, right, last one. And this one, I want to punch a hole here. And then I've bought some pink satin ribbon along, which hopefully is going to look super pretty. I will put one of those hole reinforcers on. I don't think it really, you know, needs it. I don't even know if it's going to be visible once the ribbon's on. But I'll just, you know, do that because then it kind of finishes it off really prettily or nicely, or, you know. So then I've just got this very pretty satin ribbon. Then just pull that through. Okay, and I'm just going to make that little bow. So, okay, come on. Well, little bow, she says. It's now like a monstrous bow. Hold on. Sometimes bows go really well, and other times they're just a bit of a disaster, aren't they? So this one's, I think, more of the disaster type. But what you can always do, if you can manage to kind of manipulate it to how you feel it should look, you can always just dab a bit of glue to, you know, hold it where you'd like it. So, for instance, this, I can just kind of hold down there. So I'm going to just dab some hot glue there, and we just then pop it like that. And then this one, you know, just kind of lays like that anyway. So that one's okay. It didn't really need any help. And then I'm just going to obviously trim those little legs off, as I like to call them. Oh, now what have I done with my scissors? Oh gosh, honestly. It's turning into one of those videos, right. Okay, that's that one. Oh, look, my scissors. They were really lost, weren't they? They were literally right beside me. Because I've still got my glasses on now. Can't see anything. Okay, right, so that's that one. And again, I'm just wondering whether I want anything else on her. I mean, she looks gorgeous as she is, to be honest. Oh, that's a little bit on the big side, which is a shame because it actually looks really pretty on there. Oh, let me just see in my dictionary definitions whether I've got any of those smallish ones that we can just tear down. I'm thinking it would look quite nice because she did look pretty with that, didn't she? What's this one? Oh, flower. That's a bit weird to have with her, isn't it? No, I don't think I got any. And that's such a shame because actually she looked really good with that. Unless I cut, let me just try cutting that down. I'm just kind of trimming that frame right down. Oops. I'm not making a very good job of it. So does that look good? Let me just have a look. Take it away, put it back. Yeah, I think it looks nice on there. So it just breaks it up a little bit and adds a little something else on there. So just glue that down. Okay, there we go. Get rid of my dictionary definitions now that are all over the desk. I'm trying to be good and clear up as I go. Okay, so that's the final tag. So we got there eventually. Oh, honestly, I feel like that was probably the longest video on the planet. I don't think it was, but I feel like it dragged on. Okay, so these are our finished tags. So I hope that you like them, and maybe you've got some inspiration somewhere. If I just show you a couple, obviously, from, you know, where this originated. So we obviously had the colourless kind of tags here. And then we had the colourful tags here. And now we've got, obviously, the ones with the coloured backgrounds here. So, yeah, I hope that you like them. I mean, I'm really happy how they turned out now. And, yeah, really love them. I hope that it's inspired you to make some of your own. And have fun if you do. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.